Reddit Ask Me Anything. I'm Bill Gates, co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Ask me anything. I just wanted to say thanks for responding to my letter that I wrote to you in the 2nd grade. I still have your autograph. Out of all the celebrities that were written to in my class, you were the only to respond. Thanks for making me the coolest 2nd grader for a little while. Edit. Just got home from class, and the epic search for the letter and picture begins. Edit 2. Imgur.com link. The search continues. We aren't stopping till we find it. Edit 3. Imgur.com link delivered. Edit 4. Imgur.com link. The letter. I am glad you kept it. What do people give you for your birthday, given that you can buy anything you want? Free software. Just kidding. Books actually. Oh, what's your favorite book? Edit. A book recommendation from a billionaire. Cool, thanks, Bill. My favorite of the last decade in Pinker's Better Angels of Our Nature. It is long but profound look at the reduction in violence and discrimination over time. I review a lot of the books I read at gatlessnotes.com. Is that too self-promotional? BGATS link. Anything left on your bucket list? Edit. Thanks for responding. Is it too soon to put you as a reference on my resume? Since becoming wealthy, what's the cheapest thing that gives you the most pleasure? Kids, cheap cheeseburgers, open-courseware courses. Where are you acquiring these cheap kids from? The stock market? What is something that needs to be changed in the world, but money won't help? It would be nice if all governments were as rational as the Nordic governments, reaching compromise and providing services broadly. The Economist had a nice special section on this last week. Africa governments have often been weak, but you can't write a check to change that. Fortunately, the average quality is going up. Mo Ibrahim tracks this in a great way. Mo Ibrahim Foundation.org link. Can you still jump over chairs? Less than I used to. It was part of exercise for snow skiing. I still ski, but I am not as hardcore. What one Microsoft program or product that was never fully developed or released do you wish had made it to market? We had a rich database as the client cloud store that was part of a Windows release that was before its time. This is an idea that will remerge since your cloud store will be rich with schema rather than just a bunch of files, and the client will be a partial replica of it with rich schema understanding. Do you still code? If so, which language? Edit. Thanks for the Reddit gold. Not as much as I would like to. I write some C and some BASIC. I am surprised new languages have not made more progress in simplifying programming. It would be great if most high school kids were exposed to programming. What type of computer are you using right now? I just got my Surface Pro a week ago and it is very nice. I am using a Perceptive Pixel display right now. Huge Windows 8 touch whiteboard. These will come down in price over time and be pervasive. Imgur.com link. How did you feel about your portrayal in Pirates of Silicon Valley, and who do you want to play you next in a movie? That portrayal was reasonably accurate. How have other extremely wealthy people reacted to your excessively generous philanthropy? I have enjoyed meeting other philanthropists and talking about what they work on. I think there is a movement to do more. Start sooner and be smarter about giving. Philanthropy is mostly about a broad set of people giving, but it helps if the most wealthy set a strong example. First of all, thank you for all you've given and all you've done to make the world a better place. Given the recent targeting of health professionals in Pakistan and Nigeria, do you think eradication of polio is attainable in the next decade? How is the Gates Foundation going to get over this barrier to eradication? Also, what is your opinion on the anti-vaccination movement in general? The violence against the vaccinators in both Pakistan and Nigeria is a terrible thing. However, both countries are committed to finishing the eradication. This is the project I spent most of my time on. We should be able to finish by 2018, although that will require raising funds and some great execution. We have some innovations like the way we use satellite maps to find all the villages and GPS tracking to make sure the teams go to every hut that are helping out. Polio is a harder disease than smallpox was, but it is doable. I discuss this more at www.billsletter.com, and you can learn more about the progress against polio with this infographic. Annualita Gates Foundation.org link nav equals section 4 and slide equals 2. What do you do for fun? I find it hard to fathom how someone like you can just disconnect. Disconnect from the emails, calls, the media, all of it. What would be your definition of a chill and fun day? Edit. Thanks for the gold. I love playing tennis. I am an avid bridge player, a card game. If you have not heard of it, it was more popular in the past. I like to tour interesting things with my kids like power plants, garbage dumps, the Large Hadron Collider, Antarctica, missile silos, Arizona. I read a lot and watch courses, online or the Learning Company. Casually tours the LHC. The jealousy is strong. What emerging technology today do you think will cause another big stir for the average consumer in the same way that the home computer did years ago? Robots, pervasive screens, speech interaction will all change the way we look at computers. Once seeing, hearing, and reading, including handwriting, work very well, you will interact in new ways. How was your relationship with Steve Jobs? I always hoped that you all were really good friends and competitors. He and I respected each other. Our biggest joint project was the Mac, where Microsoft had more people on the project than Apple did, as we wrote a lot of applications. I saw Steve regularly over the years, including spending an afternoon with him a few months before he tragically passed away. What do two of the most influential people in the world talk about when they sit around and spend an afternoon together? Linux. Which worldwide health cause are we perfectly capable of easily solving and on the cusp of achieving, but just need to put it over the top with a little more attention or resources to actually solve? Polio is the first thing to get done, since we are close. Within 6 years we will have the last case. After that we will go after malaria and measles. Malaria kills over 500,000 kids every year, mostly in Africa, and did not get enough attention until the last decade. We also need vaccines to prevent HIV and TB, which are making progress. What is the greatest achievement of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in your opinion, and how do you choose which causes to support? So far our biggest impact has been getting vaccines for things like diarrhea and pneumonia out, which has saved millions of lives. Polio will be a great achievement along with key partners when that gets done. Is Weezer still your favorite band? Weezer. Actually U2 is a favorite. I keep waiting for Spinal Tap to go back on tour. If the microprocessor had not come along, I am not sure what I would have done. Maybe medicine or theoretical math, but it is hard to say. Most giving is done by the middle class, so it is the backbone of generosity, particularly in the United States. A key thing is to support government aid, which is only 1% of the budget but helps poor countries in incredible ways. What's your worst fear for the future of the world? Edit. In terms of policy, politics, etc. For example, Soperitu. Hopefully we won't have terrorists using nuclear weapons or biological weapons. We should make sure that stays hard. I am disappointed more isn't being done to reduce carbon emissions. Governments need to spend more on basic energy R&D to make sure we get cheap non-CO2 emitting sources as soon as possible. Overall I am pretty optimistic. Things are a lot better than they were 200 years ago. Hi Mr. Gates. The anti-vaccine movement does not only exist in developing countries, such as Pakistan, but is quite popular here in the United States as well. As a result, the number of flu and whooping cough cases are bigger than ever. Are you planning on working domestically as well? Edit. For related question. Which countries do you think serve as models for their initiatives towards an overall healthier society? i.e., who's doing the best? Vaccines are very important in all countries. Some of the bad rumors have led to kids dying of measles and pertussis. We have backed some information campaigns on the importance of vaccination even in the US. The Nordic countries do a good job on health like they do on many things. Did you ever own a Macintosh? Microsoft does a lot of software for the Mac. I mostly use Windows machines, but from time to time I have tried all of Apple products. What are your thoughts on the patent war between the major players in the tech industry? Where do you stand on patent system reform? Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.